Hello everyone, this is Roxy Sampalo, and this is my Chapter 3, 4, and 5 summary of Reinventing Project-Based Learning, your field guide to real-world projects in the digital age. So the first summary will be of Chapter 3, Imagining the Possibilities. Chapter 3 focuses on establishing the conceptual framework of a project. Project-based learning benefits students by exploring real-world challenges, builds skills for their future, promotes critical thinking, deepens their knowledge, encourages collaboration, promotes self-management, and communication. Good projects allow students to be creative while still using technological resources. Project-based learning is important because it is unlike curriculum-based learning that yields predictable outcomes. Today's technology allows students and teachers to create unique projects. Well-designed projects give students the opportunity to become more capable learners. Good projects connect directly to students' frames of reference, interests, and experiences. When their project offers that value to the community, students become more interested in learning. There are 3 relevant categories of objectives for project-based learning. The first is to analyze, which means to examine, explain, investigate, compare. The second is to evaluate, which is to judge, justify, improve, or debate. And the third is to create, which is to adapt, invent, design, or imagine. The next will be of Chapter 4, Strategies for Discovery. This chapter focuses on selecting and designing projects. When teachers select project plans, they can use one that has already been created, or they can work with other educators to make their own. If you start with a project that is planned or designed by someone else, give them credit. When you design your own project, review other plans first to help with your ideas. It is important to put thought into the design process to avoid any pitfalls. Some potential pitfalls to look out for are, one of them is long on activities, short on outcomes. This is when the activity is long and the students don't learn enough from it. Another one is technology layered over traditional practice. This is, for example, if a student is doing a book report and they use a PowerPoint, they're still doing a traditional book report. Another one is overly scripted with many steps. This is when the project gets complicated because it has so many steps. And another one is assessment that doesn't feel authentic. This is when the project doesn't benefit the student after the work is done. So Chapter 4 continued. A well-designed project encourages students to raise questions and investigate their topic. This is important because the best projects are designed to be flexible so students can take different approaches. Valuable projects should fuel their curiosity and be important to them and their community. The next summary will be of Chapter 5, Making Assessment Meaningful. Rubrics are helpful tools that can be used for project assessments because they help students acknowledge their expectations and help teachers assess their projects. Project rubrics should be centered around the attained knowledge, skill, and disposition. When creating rubrics, they should have categories and levels of achievement that can be measured and graded. It is important for teachers to frequently check on students while they are doing their project to assess their progress and understanding of the learning objectives. It is also important to take advantage of assessment opportunities throughout the project cycle because students learn more than if the assessment is only at the end. There are 2 main purposes for assessment at the end of a project. The first is to measure students' learning in a summative way, and the second is to evaluate the quality of the project. Some assessment options and tools include brainstorming, checklists, coffee talks, concept maps, and exit slips, which is my personal favorite. I've done it in a few classes and I think it really helps the teacher to understand where each student is at and what subject and topics they need to work on. And some others include interest inventory, portfolio, and project logs. So that is the end of my presentation. Here is my reference page, of course, the Reinventing Project-Based Learning, your field guide to real-world projects in the digital age. Thank you for listening.